Voices in the silence. I used to think the scariest thing about parenthood was sleepless nights, but last week I learned it's what you hear in the silence that really keeps you awake. My daughter, Mia, is only 2, and her monitor is my lifeline. Every night, when I turn the tiny screen on, it seems to crackle with more than just static. On Friday, as I settled into bed, I heard soft voices through the monitor, whispers, gentle but urgent, speaking words I couldn't quite make out. At first, I thought it was interference from a neighbor's device, but the voices grew clearer, repeating the same phrase over and over in a language that sounded old and liquid. Chills crept up my arms as I stared at the monitor, watching Mia sleep soundly, oblivious. The voices kept going until I finally got fed up and unplugged the device, plunging her room into real silence. Relief washed over me, but that night, I barely slept, my mind replaying the strange cadence of the words. I told myself it was technical, bad wiring, maybe, or a prank. But in my gut, I felt something was off, like I'd interrupted a conversation that wasn't meant for me. The next morning, while making breakfast, I heard Mia's voice from the other room. I found her still in bed, eyes closed, lips moving. She was whispering, no, reciting, the same phrase the voices had repeated. Her tone was identical, her pronunciation flawless, as if she'd been practicing for years. My heart hammered in my chest. Mia had never heard those words before. I called her name, but she didn't respond, her tiny mouth still forming the impossible syllables. Then, as I leaned closer, she opened her eyes and looked at me, but it wasn't Mia's gaze I met. There was a depth in her stare, an intelligence that didn't belong to a toddler. She smiled, and in a voice not quite her own, she said, "We're listening now." The room grew cold, and in that moment, I realized the monitor hadn't just picked up voices, it had let something through.